is Jamel Stapler, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to repot a houseplant, specifically a lucky bamboo plant. So, according to the gardening blog Seal.com, you want to repot your plants 12 to 18 months after they've been in their last pot. This is my daughter's plant, and it's overgrown. We want to give it room to grow. And the main two reasons for doing this is you want to give your plant more space to grow in, and also you have to replace the nutrients because after a certain period of time, it's used up all the nutrients in the soil that it has. So I've got some things laid out. Got the new pot, gardening trowel, scissors, a little bit of bone meal, water, and Miracle Grow potting mix, which is for indoor plants. So first thing you want to do is a lot of these, well, let's start here. There's peat moss, which is a substrate that's often placed in plants in the greenhouse, and it works, but what we're actually going to do is use some bone meal we're going to mix that into our potting soil, which adds nutrients as you water the plant over the next 4 to 6 months. It adds nutrients, phosphorus and calcium, and it kind of feeds your plant as you go. So next you want to take your gardening trowel, Sasia, and loosen up around the edges here. Slide that around. And a lot of times, like for instance in this one, you've got a decorative plant on the outside and a really simple, cheap plastic garden or greenhouse pot in the inside. So we're just going to kind of wiggle that around real gently while holding this plant at the base, the stalk. So then pulling that out, right? And then I just go around squeezing it. And before I do that, I'm going to set that down here. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare my pot. So it's got a drainage hole at the bottom and a saucer to collect water as you water it so you don't make a mess. And I'm going to start off by just grabbing some handfuls of dirt and placing that at the bottom. Right? Then just kind of churn that around, kind of like biscuit flour. Just gently aerating it. And then I'll take my bone meal here and just pour that inside. And then mix a little bit more. Grab some more soil. And as you're filling this, you want to keep in mind that you don't want to fill it all the way to the top, because when you go to water the plant later, if you've had it filled to the top with dirt, then it's going to overflow and you're going to make a mess all over your furniture, which is also the reason for the saucer in the bottom, to collect water. Once I've got about that much in, I just kind of make an indentation with my knuckles. And, you know, kind of like I'm making a dip in the mashed potatoes for the gravy to go in. And then we come over here, grab my lucky bamboo plant, and what I do is just kind of squeeze around the plastic, and then it helps it just to pull off easily. And you've got your root ball here. You notice a little bit of discoloration in the roots. That's usually where it's rotted or it's been overwatered. So you kind of just want to hold it over the pot and kind of gently loosen that. Not too much, but just enough so that when you set it down, it kind of the roots start to seek out again and replace themselves. So then I'm just going to set that down there and kind of get an idea of how high my plant is going to come to the pot. So got that. So what I want to do here is just scoop out a little bit more, give it a little bit more room to go down, and then reset it, right? And holding that steady, pretty much just going to backfill here with more soil. I've chosen this soil because it's an indoor potting soil, but I've also had a lot of luck with Miracle Grow potting soil in the past. So just kind of put spreading that around and dispersing it evenly. And then I just want to kind of pat it, but gently. You don't want to compact it too much because it'll compact the roots too much and they won't be able to absorb water. So I've got it about as much as I want in there, which is about ½ an inch from the rim of the pot. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab my peat moss and just kind of redisperse that around. Fluff it out a little bit. Okay. And then for the final step, just going to grab some water and pour it around. You want to go back in a couple days later and re-water it after it's had some time to absorb what you put in there so far. So we've got our lucky bamboo plant in its new home. Thanks for watching.